Good morning everyone. We have learned that a protractor is used to measure an angle, isn't it, in our previous class? We can also use it to draw angles. So this is the protractor. So now today we will be going to learn about how we draw an angle, okay? So let us just make an angle PQR. PQR is equals to 60 degree. So I am going to show you how you will make an angle with the help of a protractor. Okay. So you see, we will draw, first of all we will make any base, that is QR here. So how we will make the base? From the center you will just make a straight line from it, okay, like this way. Put this Q, since Q was the vertex and this have to be the angle, so that's why Q should be written in the end point of the ray and R is another point here. So this QR is the arm of the vertex Q here. Now you see, since Q was the vertex, we have to make another arm also, that should be PQ. So for getting PQ, what we will do? We will place the center at the vertex. You see, this was the center and I have put it on the vertex. I have matched the baseline QR here, and after that what we will do? We will just find how much degree was it? It was 60 degree. So find the 60 degree in the inner line. Okay, this is the outer line, outer scale, and the inner scale. You have to draw this in inner scale because we have to go anti-clockwise, so that's why we have to see this thing in the inner scale. So just find it. This is 0 degree, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That means this one is a 60, and at 60 what we will do? We will just make a dot here, simple dot. Okay, so since we have made a simple dot, after that we will remove the protractor from here. Now what is the situation here? We will see Q is here and we will see the dot is here present. So now what we are going to do? We will just match this one, these two. So match it now. It should be straight. Okay, so I have matched this point QR, and the point and the dot where it lies, it should be P. So now the angle that you are getting, it is the PQR angle, which will have 60 degree angle. If you want to confirm it, you just make the vertex at Q, baseline you just match it here, and you will see that this angle is exactly equal to, you see that this QP is exactly equal to 60 degree angle. PQR is 60 degree. Thus we have got angle PQR is equals to 60 degree. Okay, so I hope you have got how to draw an angle. Now we are going to start exercise 6C. So as I have shown you how to draw an angle, okay, now we are going to exercise 6D. You see that what does the first question says? Draw the following angles using a protractor. So with the help of protractor we have to make angles. So I am choosing any question from here. So first of all, let's begin with number A, that is equals to 30 degree. Okay, so we have to make a 30 degree angle with the help of this protractor. So as I have told you, first of all we have to make the baseline. So you see that this is the center point, and from this center I will just make a ray by putting any vertex. Since the name was not given, so I can give any name. Suppose Q I have given the name as the vertex and R is the ray of another point. Now Q is the vertex and 30 degree angle should belongs here. So again any ray we have to make it here and it should be equals to 30 degree. So how I am going to make it? I will just place the center of this protractor to the point Q, that means the vertex, and I will match the baseline. You see this one is the baseline and I have just matched it here. As I have just matched it, now you see we have to make 30 degree now. You just find where is 30 degree. This was 0 degree, 10 degree, 20 degree and 30 degree. Since I have got 30 degree here, so I will just make a dot, simple dot here at this point. As I have got the dot, what I will do? I will just remove the protractor. What I will see? Point Q is here and the dot is here. What is the next step? We will just simply match it. Just match it here. And after matching, we will get our angle. Okay. As we have just matched it here, you see this point. It is angle Q, and we can give any name R, Q. We can give here P. So here what we will get? Angle PQR is equals to 30 degrees. Okay, so I hope you got question number A. So I'm doing one more question about it. Let's do number G. Okay, that G is given, it is equal to 85 degree. So I'm going to do 85 degree now. You see it very nicely. Okay, so first of all, what was our strategy? We will make the baseline here. So from the center, I have just made the baseline. I will give any name here. Suppose B and C is the ray here. And as soon as I have made one arm, now what I will choose? I will make angle 85 at the vertex B. So again, what our next step was there? We will match the center point and the baseline. So you see that I have matched the center point and the baseline here, and 85 degree was there. So what is 85 degree? Find it here. So now keep in mind that we will see 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. But I cannot find here 85 because it is here 80 and it is here 90. So how I will make 85 degree here? So you just remember my word in my previous video, what I said you, that in between 0 to 10, you will see these simple lines are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You will see these 10 lines in between 0 and 10. Each unit belongs to 1 degree. So if you want to make 1 degree, we will choose 0, 1 here. So what was it about? 85. So I know that 85 will belong in between 80 and 90 definitely. So just find it. You will see in the protractor that small lines are also present. So these lines, every line represents 1 unit of it. So the line exactly matches 80. This was the 80. Next one is 81, 82, 83, 84 and 85. So I can see this one is the 85 degree. Okay, so you have to be very careful while writing this one, okay, because it is very important. You cannot miss a single line from here, a single unit from here. Otherwise it will not be 85 degree, it will become another angle for it. So you have to keep in mind, it is very important to understand. Okay, so now just see, we are just going to match this one. This was the last step. So as I have matched here, you see BC was the line. I am just going to make any point here, suppose A. So ABC, whatever angle we have got, that will be definitely equal to 85 degree. So we are going to write angle ABC is equals to 85 degree. Okay, so I hope you got this. So if you have any doubt in question number 1, just ask me in the group and do all the questions of it and send it to me. After this question, we are going to start question number 2. Going to do question number 2. What does the question say? You see, construct an angle of 180 degree. What can you say about its shape? So here we have to draw a 180 degree angle, and after that we have to say about its shape. So first of all, let's begin with the shape. You see how we will make angle 180 degree. So suppose we are going to make angle ABC, that is equal to 180 degree. Suppose, okay. So if ABC is equal to 180 degree, that means B is in the middle of it. That means B is the vertex. So vertex should be is equal to 180 degree here. So what was the first rule? What was the first strategy that I have said to you? You have to make a baseline from the center. So as I have made it here, you see. So since B was the vertex here, so I have made B here. So this another one, this is the ray. Now you see BC is the line that is equal to 180 degree. Now at point B is the vertex, BC is one arm of it. What I am going to make, next one, you see it is equal to 180 degree. That means the angle should be equal to 180 degree, and I have to find it here. So again you find it like we have done earlier, that it is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Where is 180 here? 120, 130. Since I think I have got here, so this is equal to 180 degree. You just give a simple dot here. This is very simple. And as I have got the dot, just match it. Okay. We are going to just match this line from here. You have to be very precise with this one. Okay. Very careful. Okay, so you see that we have got our line. So this, since B was the vertex of it and this was point A, so you can see that ABC, this is equal to how much? 180 degree. So I can see that we have made our angle ABC is equal to 180 degree, but what about its shape? So the shape is here, we can see it is a straight line. Okay, so what we have to say, it is a straight line, straight line. Okay, so students, now you see that we are going to talk about types of lines. Okay, so some types of lines are there, you see. First one is coplanar. So you see what is in the coplanar one here. Two lines on the same plane are called coplanar lines. Okay, suppose any two lines are there, suppose like this way, this is the first line, this is the second line, and they are in the same plane. If they are in the same plane, plane means what? If it is in the page or something like that, so that means it should be in any surface, so that means it is known as what? Coplanar lines. What I said you again keep in mind, two lines lying on the same plane are called coplanar lines. You got it? Suppose like if I am any point I am giving you, suppose this one is AB and CD. If they are lying on the same plane, so that means it will be said as AB and CD are exactly coplanar lines. You got it? Okay, now you see the next one, that in the figure you can see AB and CD are coplanar one. You see this one is the AB line and this line is the CD, and they are both lying in the same plane, so that means AB line and CD line are coplanar lines. Okay, next one more example that I am giving you, you can see the two intersecting lines are there, where if they are intersecting lines also, you see AB and CD, both the lines are cutting each other, intersecting each other at any point, but still they are in the same plane, so that means if they are in the same plane, it will be known as what? Coplanar lines. Next you see that we are going to talk about intersecting lines. For intersecting lines, I have told you already about it. Again I am saying you see that two or more lines that cross each other are called intersecting lines. So you can see that EF and GH are two lines and they are crossing each other. That means they are just intersecting each other at any point. Suppose O, this is the point is O. So that means these two lines, EF line and GH line, will be said as intersecting lines. Okay, and the point at which they are intersecting, it will be known as the point of intersection. Okay, so the next one is what? The parallel lines. So about parallel lines, you see that two or more coplanar lines that do not intersect are called parallel lines. That means the line should be coplanar, that means they should lie on the same plane, on the same surface, and they will never touch each other, they should never intersect each other. Okay, and the most special thing is what? That in between two parallel lines, the distance between them will always remain same throughout the infinity. In the infinity also, if you are going to increase in that way and D is in that way, and again A is in the behind that, and C is also in the back side of it, they are never going to meet each other. Okay, so I'm again going to say, two or more coplanar lines that do not intersect are called parallel lines. Okay, so as the speciality of this line, parallel lines, I have said it, I am saying this one again. Okay, they are equidistant from each other. That means the distance from each and every point from in between them will always remain same. If it is here 2 centimeter distance is here, so throughout the infinity, if wherever you are going to increase it, it will always remains 2 centimeter distance between them. Okay, here it is also 2 centimeter, the distance between them here also 2 centimeter. That means in each and every point it will remain same. You got it? The next speciality is what? You see, we will use the parallel symbol to show that the two lines are parallel. That means suppose AB line is parallel to CD. So we are not always going to write that AB is parallel to CD in words. So there is a special symbol that is being used for. So this one is the symbol. Okay, the two lines that you can see here. So that means we will say AB is parallel to CD, like this one that you can see here, that this AB line is parallel to CD. So there are many types of parallel lines. You will be able to see that first one is what? Vertical parallel lines. So that means they will be straight, vertical, in the vertical position. So XY and PQ, XY is parallel to PQ. Okay, and these parallel lines will be said as vertical parallel lines. Next one you see horizontal parallel lines. So this one is EF and GH. They are in the horizontal position. That means EF line is parallel to GH here. Okay. Next, if I am going to say about this one is slanting parallel lines, you can see that AB line is here and again CD line is here. They are both parallel to each other. That means you see that BD, if at each and every point they are never going to meet each other in the infinity also. Okay, so AB is parallel to CD here also. Now you see about perpendicular lines. These are very special. Okay, so perpendicular lines are what? Two lines that intersect or meet each other to form a right angle are called perpendicular lines here. That means what? Suppose AB is a line, CD is another line, and they are intersecting each other. If any line in, suppose a line is there, this line is there, and this line is there. So if both the lines intersect each other, there will be 100% sure some angles will be there. Suppose these are the angles out here. Okay, and those angles will represent some degrees like 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree. But here, if these two lines, AB line and CD line, they are intersecting each other at right angle, that means at 90 degree. You see here, if the center point is O, angle AOC you will find 90 degree. Again angle AOD you will find 90 degree. Angle BOC you will find 90 degree, and also angle BOD you will find 90 degree. So the definition what you are going to write it, that is written here: two lines that intersect or meet each other to form a right angle are called perpendicular lines. Okay, so you can see this AB line here and CD line intersect each other at O. Suppose the center is O. To form four right angles, you can see 190 degree angle, 2, 3, 4. So how many 90 degree angles we have got? 4 90 degree angles by intersecting two perpendicular lines. So I hope you got about the perpendicular lines. Now we are going to start exercise 6E. So in 6E you will see the first question. What it says: parallel lines never dash each other. So I am just taking you to the parallel lines diagram. You can see that what I told you about the parallel lines, that they will never intersect each other. They are never going to meet each other, and their distance between them will always remain same. So that means parallel lines never intersect each other. So you are going to write it is intersect here. Never intersect each other. Okay. Next you see number B. What it says: dash lines lie on the same plane. So the lines lies on the same plane are always known as coplanar lines. You just remember the first definition of it. They will be always said as what? Coplanar lines. Next one, perpendicular lines make an angle of always 90 degree. Right now I have said it. So I hope you all have got this. So by this we have completed our exercise. If you have any doubt, you just ask me in the class. In the next video we will be doing the next exercise of it. Thank you.